Looks like we got a good group of people joining us so far.
Yes, welcome everybody.
Good afternoon.
Hey, birthday boy.
Yeah.
How's your birthday week been?
Another year younger. Always fun.
What was the best present you got this year?
Huh? I'm long past presents, lady. I got everything I need.
All right, fine then. I was just trying to get you to tell me what cool stuff you got, but guess you have everything you need.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy belated birthday.
Yeah, that and I worked all day. So.
All right, so let's get a couple more people joining from the waiting room, and then we will get started. Welcome everyone to another Friday RV Women's Alliance Coffee Lunch and Learn. This is going to be a super special Coffee Lunch and Learn as we talk about the state of the RV Women's Alliance. And we're really excited to update you all on what we have been up to, what you all have been doing with us. And I'm Monica Tracy. I am on the RV Women's Alliance Board of Directors and head of the marketing committee. And I'm joined today with Jordan Boos, who is our vice president and the head of our sponsorship committee, as well as Jeanette Lewis, who heads up our membership committee, and Pamela Vandermel, who heads up our events committee. So we're really excited to give you the latest and greatest on our organization. But before we do that, this wouldn't. These events wouldn't be possible without our super supportive sponsors. So we have a short video here from TST, who is our March and April Coffee Lunch and Learn sponsor. So let's take a look at this video, and then we'll get to the meat of today's event.
Truck System Technologies was founded in 2010, offering an affordable, reliable TPMS solution to an aftermarket and retrofit niche in the recreational vehicle market. In 2017, TST was acquired by Pressure Systems International. PSI is the global leader of automatic tire inflation systems for the commercial vehicle market for 18-wheelers as you know them. After the acquisition, PSI re-engineered TST's TPMS product to meet the grueling standards of the commercial vehicle market, and also to meet the requirements to become an original equipment manufacturer, or OEM, factory-installed component in the RV market. In early 2018, Forest River began testing TST's TPMS system, and after over a year of scrutiny, TST received the approval stamp by Forest River and began talking to the various production lines within Forest River. TST is very proud to be the RV industry's first TPMS at the OEM level and is the only tire pressure monitoring system approved for use on OEM factory installation on every line at Forest River and Thor. TST, the RV industry's only standard OEM TPMS.
All right. Well, thank you very much to TST. Again, they make this these Coffee Lunch and Learns for March and April possible. So with that, we're going to go ahead and jump in to our presentation. So the state of the RV Women's Alliance. Tomorrow, I don't know if everyone realizes this, but tomorrow is our 2-year anniversary. We were at RVX in Salt Lake City 2 years ago, Went over to Squatters Pub and we had, what was it, nearly 300 people. We thought maybe 100 people would turn out to see the launch of the RV Women's Alliance. And there was an overwhelming acceptance and excitement for this group that we were launching. And it's really remarkable where we've come in the last 2 years. So here's just some quick stats. We currently have over 1,100 members. There are over 70 companies who have partnered with RVWA in some fashion to provide financial support, whether it's supporting the Coffee, Lunch, and Learn, other events that we did, Drab to Fab, ton of support there. And we're going to get in a little bit more detail on that a little bit later. We've also had over 50 events. Many of those have been these weekly Coffee, Lunch, and Learns to provide education and insight and updates like the one today to our members. And then we've also had nearly 100 women who have volunteered for the Drab to Fab RV renovation build. So that's been a really great way to get, it's been hard to get together in person, and this has been a good way to get about 10% of our membership have been able to take part in that build over the past 6 months. So some really great stats there for what we've done over the past year. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jordan, our Vice President, to talk us through what 2021 looks like. We've put together our strategic goals, and we're going to talk through what those look like.
Thank you, Monica. And good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Very excited to kind of give you the state of the RVWA and where we're headed. And these 3 buckets, you know, if I were really to simplify it for somebody and tell them, what are we working on? What are the goals right now? It's these 3 things, which are to develop and create an online learning resource center. So we're actually going to have within our website, you'll be able to log in with your RVWA membership ID, which will be coming soon to you. And you'll be able to have access to all kinds of learning materials, personal, professional development, whether that be for yourself or for your companies. You can log in and access these materials. We've got videos, trainings, diversity, equity, and inclusion trainings, bias training information. So all of that will be included in the resource center. And that is of value to you as a member because, as you know, membership is free. And this is one of the ways we're giving back to you and the industry. So that's the first one. The second one is a campaign we are very excited to bring to the industry. It's going to be called Why Work Here. We are launching a jobs board and a campaign. We've been secretly filming women at the Drab to Fab, all those volunteers Monica spoke about, those hundreds of women who have come out to volunteer. We've been asking them, okay, who are you? What do you do in the industry? Why do you like working here? And we have video content from women entry level, starting at the factory floor up to CEO levels of interviews. So it's going to be a national campaign that RVWA is going to launch. And our goal is to recruit 200 men or women into the industry this year. And we're really excited to talk about all of the unique partnerships we've been creating on the side to get that going, but it'll be RV-centric jobs. There'll be ability not only for companies to post open positions, but as a candidate, if you're searching, you could post your profile up there. So that's initiative number 2. And the third thing, and definitely last but not least, is marketing and promotions. We've got some really big events going on this year, really big campaigns going on. And we are going to be reinvesting our dollars into spend on the marketing and promotion side. So really looking forward to that. Monica, if you want to go next slide for me. So to get into the nitty gritty a little bit here, and by the way, if you ever want access to any resource for RVWA, whether that be our sponsorship or our budgets, we're very transparent as an organization. It's very important to us that you guys know what we're doing over here. Monica mentioned it, we're coming up on our 2-year anniversary. Where the Women's Alliance first started was we were really tied to industry shows and events, and we've had to pivot with COVID, just like a lot of other companies, just like you all had to do. And this is what we've come up with, and our partners are very excited. I mean, we are getting people to partner in the sponsorship capacity daily because of these initiatives we've developed. So just going back through things, the online resource center, I mentioned it's going to have a lot of different things in there, but it'll be an educational content library. We're going to post all of our coffee, lunch, and learn content there. So you can go back and we already do this on our YouTube channel, but we're going to have more access for our members to go back and view the content because not everybody can make every coffee, lunch, and learn, and we understand that. We're going to have quarterly educational seminars. There'll be retention through educational training. We're going to target partnership training programs. So we've been working with companies like Goodwill Industries. They're going to be providing some great educational content and skills training at various levels, depending on what you do in the RV industry. So there'll be some customer service stuff from them coming soon, and we're really excited about that. We've also been working with the Elkhart Chamber of Commerce, and they have been a great partner. And they're, as you guys know, most of the jobs in the RV industry are in Elkhart. Not all of us live there, but that's where a lot of them are. And so we are working closely with them in finding ways. And why would people want to come live there if they don't know anything about the RV industry, and getting a new crop of recruits. So that's kind of the goal with this, is to continue that education. As you can see, so you got the initiatives, and then there's also the key performance indicators. So we actually have tangible ways that we're going to be tracking and making sure that we're hitting these initiatives this year. So we're going to get 1,000 membership profiles created on our new platform we're launching. There'll be over 30 coffee, lunch, and learn videos there, 20 training programs offered. 500 members completed the training. So that's going to be another thing. As we start to partner with various companies, we have what we call as brand ambassadors for RVWA. They're going to be helping us assist in getting people trained at their companies, whether there's 3 people at that company or 500. You could be a RVWA brand ambassador and help us with this initiative. So going back to the jobs board, I mentioned Goodwill, the Chamber of Commerce, RVTI. We've had a great partnership with them for the Drab to Fab build. Obviously, their goal is to train and recruit RV technicians, and we are going to partner alongside them. Girl Camper, they have a lot of female consumers who camp with them, and have been Janine and her group have been fantastic to RVWA from the beginning. Almost every day I get a message on Facebook that says, "Hey, I'm a member of Girl Camper and I want to start working in the industry. Where do I go? What do I do?" And so now with our jobs board, we'll be able to directly refer people to that place and get their profiles posted up and get them into this industry. As most of you know, not all of us camp, but it would be nice to have that camping perspective, the people who use these products we create every day. So some KPIs for the jobs board. We want to have over 300 job postings. So as people come in for sponsorship, certain companies, they get an X amount of job postings, but we don't want to limit companies that can't maybe provide financial support. So if there are companies out there, your company, if you have one job that you want to post on our jobs board, let me know and we'll get it up there for you. We want to have 100 people hired through the RV industry Why Work Here campaign. We're going to create 10 recruiting videos that are going to be played with our media partners. We've partnered with RV Business, RV Pro, Rolling on TV, just to name a few. And they're going to be helping us promote this Why Work Here campaign. And now going into marketing and promotions, maybe I'll let Monica talk on this one since this is her area of expertise.
Sure. So, and I'll cover a little bit more of this later in my section, but we have the weekly newsletter. We also are looking to really increase our content on our website. I hope everyone's checked out that we do have a newly updated website. It launched, I guess, probably about 6 weeks ago. That was thanks to Jordan's day job, Hebner Marketing. They created our new website. That's awesome. And then we're going to be adding more digital ads, banners for members, recruiting. There's a lot, basically what Jordan just talked about on those other 2 initiatives. There's all of that additional marketing collateral, marketing planning around that, supporting the company ambassadors so that those people can go into the companies and say, I've been getting a lot out of the RV Women's Alliance, and I think you should be a member of that too. and having those people at each company who can, share what they get out of this group and how others can do the same. And there's some of this that are, similar to things that Jordan started covering, About Us video, membership engagement campaigns. One of the biggest things that's always going to be a priority, we exist because of the generosity and support of our partners. So the recognition and promotion of them back to the industry and our members is a big priority for us as well. And we're excited for this member portal that's related to the membership profiles. And it's also going to have this online community component that's going to be really great for people making connections. So, and we want those KPIs. That's all great, and that's just words. But how are we going to measure that we're doing this? We want a 20% increase in membership engagement. We're going to use our website analytics to look at that. Are more people coming to our website? Are more people staying longer? Are they accessing the jobs board? Are they accessing the membership community? 1,500 members. We want to, almost do a 50% increase in our membership size this year. And those company ambassadors, we want to have at least 10 of those. And the About Us video, and then also 50 pieces of educational content posted to the online resource center. So that's what our goals are for this year. I guess I should have said at the beginning, if you guys have any questions, we have time for questions at the end. But if you have any as you go ahead and shoot those into the chat. So that's our strategic plan. That's what we're looking to do for 2021. So next, we're going to go over our 5 areas. And unfortunately, Tracy wasn't able to join us today. She leads up our special events committee, which right now is Drab to Fab. So Jordan's going to give us the Drab to Fab update.
Yeah, happy to do so. So Drab to Fab has been going on. If you haven't heard about it, I don't know where you've been. We have had over 100 women volunteer for Drab to Fab. That's just to come out to work on the RV, and things are happening every day. Right now, we're working on putting the cabinets in and getting the seals done. We've had great support from Rollin' on TV. Has come out and filmed. I think we're up to like 6 video segments with them at this point. And they're kind of showcasing little bits of the RV and the women and men who have come to volunteer on this. Our top sponsor is Ericel, and we'd love to thank them again for everything that they've done. They have 10 different companies under their umbrella, and just the amount of products that they've been able to bring to the table has been fantastic, as well as our silver sponsor, Patrick Industries. The holes that Ericel couldn't cover, they've come and filled in with a product we needed for the RV. So thank you to everybody at Ericel and Patrick Industries. And not only them, the big number that surprises me is that we've had almost 50 companies come in to be product sponsors of the Drab to Fab project. Just 50 different companies that believe in what we're doing with this. And this is Susan and Tracy's baby. They're working on it every day. I'd love to take all the credit, but it's really them. I'm just hiding out in Colorado, just waiting for the reveal on June 23rd. So if you're going to write down something today, write down June 23rd, the RV Motorhome Hall of Fame in Elkhart. We're going to have, that's where you're going to get to see the RV in its entirety for the first time. And at that event, Pamela will speak to it later on, but we're going to kick off a 60-day sweepstakes. So anyone on this call, with the exception of myself and maybe Monica, are the only 2 people that are not eligible to win this RV. It's the ultimate work from the road RV is how we're building this thing. It has all the most upgraded appliances, technology, design elements. I mean, it's pretty amazing. We took a 2007 Crossroads Zinger all the way down to the studs, and to see the walls up and everything really coming together, it's just been a great project. And I constantly am telling Susan, like, we have to do this again. And so the next Drab to Fab round, I want to do a battle of the sexes. I want to do 2 trailers, a guys versus girls RV. And Susan's like, no, Jordan, hold off. We cannot do that in 2021. That probably will happen in 2022 or 2023.
In Colorado, where Jordan can lead it.
So we're 20 weeks into the project as of today for Drab to Fab. We did take the month of January off just to give everybody a little bit of a break and Susan a little bit of a break and the team. But it still keeps going on. So if you're in the Elkhart area or will be over the next few weeks and want to volunteer, you just go to drabtofab.org and then there's a volunteers page and you can see the dates that we're open and sign yourself up. We are obeying all the COVID restrictions and qualifications that we can. You're masking up, hand sanitizing all the time, working on separate projects. But what I think is pretty neat about this is we actually last week we had 2 competitor companies show up, and at first, they were kind of just mulling around each other, and then by the end of the day, they were exchanging phone numbers and being Facebook friends and talking about what their companies do in the industry, and that's exactly what this project is about, is bringing together women in the industry, and of course with the intention, of making money for RVWA and to fund our future projects, but and give somebody a really nice RV. And there is not only the RV they're going to win, we've got different prize packages. There's going to be a second and third place levels. So I encourage everyone to make sure you buy your tickets, promote this event when we have the sweepstakes start on June 23rd. And for the reveal itself, as I mentioned, Pamela will get into this, but on the event side, you'll be able to register for the event, and that information will be coming out soon. But I just want you to put it on your calendars. We're going to be in the pavilion out there, so we're going to do our best to do all the social distancing and obey all the rules, and hopefully most of us will have been vaccinated by then. Congratulations, Bob Zagami. I know that you have gotten your vaccinations. I don't know about anybody else on this call. I'm waiting for a while in Colorado is all I have to say. So that is the updates on Drab to
I
Fab.
think one more thing for Drab to Fab, it wouldn't be possible without the RV Technical Institute, who have graciously allowed us to be doing this renovation in their repair bay. So that has been awesome. It's been home based for the Drab to Fab. They've also provided support as needed, as the gold standard of RV training in the industry. So they have been a great supporter of Drab to Fab as well.
Absolutely, Monica. Sorry about that, RVTI. They have been fantastic, and we do appreciate everything. I mean, they've just let us take the run of their training center there, so we really do appreciate it. All right, next up is partnerships. Sorry you guys have to listen to me so long today, but I swear this is my last section. So there are 2 ways that a company or an individual can sponsor RVWA, and we like to call them partners and event sponsors. So an event sponsorship would be something like the Coffee Lunch and Learns that you're sitting on today, the Drab to Fab event that we went over. And if you visit our website, we had an update go, and there's 2 different sections you can visit. You can clearly see the differences between the event sponsors and our partnership levels. So as of today, we currently have Coffee Lunch and Learns are open and available for sponsorship May through December. So if you're interested in sponsoring one of these, reach out to me. I'd love to get you some information. We'd like to have those secured in advance. It always helps the organization. And just to give you some numbers and some goals. So the sponsorship committee, we're working on a goal of $250,000 raised this year. Last year, we raised $135,000. And basically the Drab to Fab project really helps support that. But this year we're going after 250,000. And the big way we get there is with our partners. So if you scroll up a little bit, Monica, sorry. Thank you. So this is the partnership page on our website. And we have various levels. And I always joke with people is like, I'll take $100 or I'll take $60,000, whatever you want to give us, we'll take. This is what keeps RVWA free and all of these programs going. Everything is funded directly by these people. We cannot do it without them. There is no RVWA without these companies. And I'm very thankful to Lippert. They've come in at the platinum level for 2021. We haven't secured a gold sponsorship yet. That's a 40K level. Our silver sponsors, Forest River, is at 25K, and we are very thankful to them. And Winnebago has come in at the bronze sponsorship level of 12K. The advocate levels, we have Horizon Transport, Wayner Global, and Richloom Products. And then there's another level here that says honorable mention and supporters. We don't have anybody there, but that's anybody who wants to donate 5K and below. I get a lot of people who reach out to me is like, hey, Jordan, we only got $1,000 over here. What can we do with that? But we want to support the organization. That's where the folks would fall into. And then we've got a lot of media and collaborators. These are people who do things for RVWA. They don't necessarily give us a monetary exchange, but there is definitely value in our relationship with them. And so it would be foolish of us not to thank those people and recognize those people on our website. So that is the goals for this year. So I've mentioned our goal is 250,000. Well, how much do we have to go? Where are we at? Well, we have 65K left to sell. 65K. So we've already sold quite a bit of that 250K, and it's only March, but that doesn't mean that, once we hit our goal, we're just going to go woohoo and that's it. We got to keep funding this thing. We got to keep growing the organization. So I'm your point of contact. I can't thank my committee enough. Lisa Legal Reese, she's been out there working really hard to secure sponsorship. She works for East to West Division of Forest River, and she's been fantastic. Leo with Forest River has also been working hard, and my whole sponsorship team, I really appreciate them and everything they do. So that is the partners update.
Great, thank you, Jordan. And I covered some of this already, so mine should be pretty quick. But again, the marketing committee, I too have an awesome committee. We're going to have another meeting soon. Sarah and Elizabeth, I saw on here. I don't know. I think that's all I saw from my marketing committee. Maybe Cassie is on here too. So great committee that helps with all of the marketing as well. But so what our priorities this year are to continue to build out the website content, build in that member value and engagement, and then using the newsletter to push that content out to members. And then also fine tuning that. So right now we're using Constant Contact for our newsletter that goes out weekly. But with this new member portal, membership database management system, it's all in one. It's going to have a newsletter email function, which is going to be really great because then it's going to tie right to, it's not, someone signed up for membership and then, we've got to get them up in Constant Contact. It's all going to be one. We get new members, they sign up, or, you guys will all have the capability to go in and maybe you get a new job or you start your own company or your email address changes, any of those things. You can go and update that and we'll be pulling right from the membership database, so no one should miss an email because email marketing always works perfectly and it never gets caught in spam, ever. We'll always try to address that as well. So we're also looking to grow a social media following and engagement. Sarah Chavez on here is our social media guru who is pretty much everything. Yeah. Amazing. She's the one who keeps our social media channels full, which is awesome. And then, like I kind of talked about before, with creating collateral and the marketing material to support all of these initiatives and the other committees is a really big priority for us. Driving the success of the Why Work Here jobs board, and then creating a marketing kit that will live on our website as well. So those are the high level priorities for the marketing committee. And with that, I'm going to throw it over to Jeanette to talk about membership priorities.
All right. Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. So I am the chair for the membership committee. We do have a few committee members on this call today too. So there's quite a few of us that meet on a regular basis and kind of discuss, what are our priorities for 2021 in terms of membership. The key thing is the membership value. What we hear over and over when we're talking to other individuals about joining RVWA is the question is, so, what do I get out of it? What are the benefits? And I think a great resource for everybody on here goes back to our website, where the four key areas are unite, inspire, recruit, and develop. And so I think you guys have heard a lot of points made already in the call that all tie into those 4 pieces. And it really does give every single individual the ability to participate in whatever comfort level they have. So one of our biggest interests right now is getting a better understanding from our membership base is, where do you stand? How much of this is, I'd rather kind of stay behind the curtain, but I want to know what's going on. I love taking part in the Friday Lunch and Learns. I get education that way. I'd like to see the job board, versus other individuals who really want to get active. They want to participate in local live events. They want to participate in functions like Drab to Fab. They want the ability to mentor others. And so we've got a group of members that fit all of those key areas. So how do we help network? And I think that key thing goes back to the membership portal that's coming on that website, giving you the ability to log in, access all this information. And as part of this membership portal, what's going to come down the road is basically a platform that's going to allow us to develop online communities so that you can easily connect with individuals that are maybe in your same industry. Maybe you work at a dealership and you want to connect with others that work at dealerships. Maybe you're in manufacturing, maybe you're a supplier. So allowing that ability, I think, is going to be pretty significant. And again, that goes back to our discussions of what are all the platforms that people want to get engaged. So not everybody has the time maybe to get involved during a coffee, lunch, and learn due to timing. They can go to the website, but how do you connect? If the live events are not in your geography, what are the opportunities? So again, I think that goes back to developing multiple platforms that can meet the needs of every individual that we have that's currently a member. So the website, social media is a big one. Facebook, LinkedIn, when we look at those who've liked our page compared to those that are members, there's a significant gap there. So any of you that are current members, if you have not liked us on Facebook or LinkedIn, please do that. It's another great way to, again, connect with others, comment. There's more posts than just, hey, don't forget to sign up for the Friday Lunch and Learn. So that's another great opportunity. As Monica and Jordan had mentioned, our goal this year is to increase our membership to 1,500. We had a goal in 2020 to hit 1,000. We are super excited that we were able to exceed that goal by the end of December. One of the things that I'll hit back on is the company ambassadors. So, Lisa from East to West was mentioned earlier on the sponsorship side. She was also very instrumental in helping us reach our membership goal within her company. She helped recruit for us. She got the word out. She informed, everyone that she works with. Do you know about RVWA? Let me, share with you some of the membership benefits. And so we're looking for more of that. So, again, when it comes to participation, a quick email to me if you want to say, hey, I know everybody in my company, there's plenty of people that should be part of this. I don't want to get on a WebEx and talk to people though, but I can help you. I know who to talk to. Reach out to me. I'll get you information. I'm happy to set up a call. But we're looking for your help too, to get more and more involved in recruiting within the company. So again, I think to kind of close, the online resource center and the job boards right now is probably one of the most exciting things that a lot of the members see coming. And that all ties back to that membership portal that's going to be launching very soon, creating that online community and interest groups for you to connect even more. So any other feedback that you guys have for us on the membership committee, as well as what you'd like to see, again, definitely reach out to me at any time. We're always open to suggestions, and we're very, very excited with what we have teed up to launch in 2021 to support some of the feedback that we've received in the last year as well. So thank you.
And now we're going to go over to Pamela to hear about events. Thank you, Jeanette.
Hey, Pamela, I can't hear you if you're talking.
Whoops. That might help.
There you go.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, and happy birthday, Bob. We're excited you decided to celebrate with us today.
Thank you.
I am relatively new to the events committee chair position, a couple of months, and we are still in process of building this committee. We have had a meeting recently, and we will be having recurring meetings. And if any of you are interested in joining our committee or sitting in on one of our calls to decide if you would like to join, I'll throw my email address in the chat, and you can feel free to reach out direct. I know we have a couple on the call today that sat in our February meeting. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate that. I just want to share some information as far as events we currently have planned and some of the ideas that we have tossed around and are discussing as possibilities. As mentioned earlier, we're continuing our weekly coffee lunch and learns. Those will be going on, available for everyone to join and listed on the newsletter. The Drab to Fab, Jordan touched on that quite a bit. June 23rd, as she said, is our big reveal at the Indiana Event Center, also formerly known as the RV Hall of Fame, out in the pavilion. The event will be from 5 to 7 on that evening, a cocktail party type event. We are looking for assistance with setup, as well as some events during that evening, and then we'll have tear down and cleanup as well. If anyone will be coming into town that isn't usually in Elkhart County, feel free to reach out if you'd like to help. And there's always things to do, even if you're not physically present here, there's things that folks can assist with from anywhere in the nation. Also, on the Drab to Fab, there are still dates available to volunteer. If you're looking for anything like that, feel free to go to the website. You can see the dates available. I've personally been on, I think, 5 different sessions, met different ladies almost every time, definitely have used different tools and different experiences with scraping and attaching and removing and different things that we've learned together. So it's a great experience. If you think that you're not handy, don't give that a second thought. Come on in, we'll give you something to do for sure. Additionally, we will be having an event at the Hershey Show in September for our RVWA members. We also will be having an open house breakfast at the Elkhart RV Open House Week, and we'll have some breakout sessions after that for additional getting to know each other, talking with industry professionals, all sorts of opportunities. We will be present at the RVDA show in Vegas in November, and that is also when we will have an open membership and an open board meeting at that event. So if anyone wants more details on that, we'll be sharing that soon. We're looking into a Habitat for Humanity build for RVWA members in Elkhart County, but also in some other areas throughout the country. As mentioned earlier, we definitely want to see activities in different areas, and we're looking for volunteers who might like to host an event or assist in gathering information. If there's something you'd like to host, maybe a get to know RVWA at your business, we can help with that. You would not be all on your own. We definitely help you put it together, send out the invitations, get folks to participate. If that's something that anyone is interested, please feel free to reach out. Quarterly educational seminars will be occurring, and those will be available. The information will be available through the newsletter and also through the new platform that was discussed earlier. We've had some discussion about a potential RVWA campout. As mentioned, everyone doesn't camp, but some are interested. And we've had some who have said, I'll come by and have a couple of drinks with you that evening. I might not want to stay overnight. Again, not just in Elkhart County, throughout the country, these are available with the more volunteers that we have to get to join us in these. If you have ideas, but you're not sure that you really have the time that you want to join the committee, again, we are always looking for individuals who have thoughts and ideas on different things that you can do. We do always want to involve one of our initiatives, Unite, Recruit, Inspire, Develop, in our events. A lot of the time, getting to know each other, it is amazing, the inspirational stories that you hear after one of the Drab to Fab events, and folks saying, I didn't know that job was available, and I have a relative who's interested, or I have a child who's graduating high school, or just additional opportunities that they've been able to share with folks that has brought more interest to it as well. That about sums up what we have right now.
Thanks, you,
Great, Pamela. It looks like Lisa, you have a question?
Hi, thanks, Pamela. I love your camping idea. I'm in California, but if you create a date, it could be virtual, so we can camp wherever we are and just have some moment where we're online all together, but the camping could happen everywhere. I love that idea.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Pamela, for that update on events. Jordan, you want to give another shout out to TST?
Yeah, just another shout out to them, Truck System Technologies, TST. They're our Coffee Lunch and Learn sponsor for not only this month, but next month as well. And Stephanie and Bear and everybody over there has just been fantastic supporters to us. And we can't thank you enough for what you're doing for the RV Women's Alliance.
All right, and now we are open for your guys' questions. So feel free to, raise your hand like Lisa did, and we can have you unmute, or put them in the chat. We can't have answered all of your questions.
Bob, you always have a question.
He's looking at his notes.
I got a couple. I think we did get, when I had Susan on our RVing in New England show 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
We had Easy Care on, and I kind of embarrassed Walt Burns into donating a complete interior and exterior 1-year coverage for the drawing RV. And I think he will also be joining RVWA. He's excited about that. And I know that him and Susan did connect this week, and they'll be talking about that. But he's going to provide complete exterior and exterior warranty protection for 1 year after the raffle winner takes possession of the unit. But I think they're going to do it just before they'll treat the unit just before they take possession of it.
Wonderful. Yeah, thank you, Bob. That means a lot to us. We are still accepting sponsors for Drab to Fab. So if they've got some last minute aftermarket products or protection plan, things like along those lines, like I mentioned, we're going to have second and third place prize packages as well. So even if it's not included in the RV, if there's other little swag items or things we can add to a gift basket for the winners, we would gladly accept those from anyone and everyone. Nancy just said she got 3 to 4 of her customer service team to join RVWA. Nancy Rapp works for Crane Composites, and she also serves on our sponsorship committee. So thank you for doing that, Nancy. We're going to hit our goal of 1,500. You're going to help Jeanette and her team. So appreciate it. Every person counts. Bob, did you still have some more questions? Didn't mean to cut you off.
I had one more. I just noticed, I checked the calendar while you were talking. June 23rd is a Wednesday. And of course, Wednesday is the night that we do RVing in New England live. Well, it's live online every week, Wednesday night at 7:00. So unless something came up, there's probably no reason why John and I couldn't be out there on June 23rd and do the program live from 7 to 8 p.m. We'll just hide off in the corner there. As long as I'm sure they've got the pavilion wired for Wi-Fi, but I think we could possibly do that. Just give us a little table in the corner, and then we can be able to interview all you women who have worked so hard to get this to 2 years, and you've done an amazing job in just 2 years. So we'd be happy to do that.
Thank you, Bob. Yeah, we welcome more media, more press for the reveal. RV Business is going to be there. They're writing a special story for it. They're excited. Rolling on TV will be there. I think the local ABC channel is going to come back out and do a segment on it. So the more the merrier for the reveal. There's plenty of space at the pavilion, and like I said, we're going to be taking into mind COVID, distancing and all that, if that's still in place. It'll be like a cocktail type thing, and high tables is our, thing. And the RV will be placed under a curtain, and we'll drop that curtain and you'll get to see it for the first time. Everybody will. So I'm really looking forward to it. I just have butterflies already, and it's like, come on, June.
It'd be fantastic.
Yep. So thank you, Bob. Anybody else? Questions? There's got to be more. You are talented women and men. We can't have thought of it all.
Well, people think of maybe another question or two. So it was in yesterday's newsletter, and I'm going to send another. I'm going to post on the Facebook page. So if you aren't a fan of the Facebook page, actually I'm going to post it in the group. So if you're not in the group, please join it. But we're looking for your testimonials, like both your testimonials and your feedback. What have we done over the last 2 years that has made you really enjoy being part of the RV Women's Alliance? And what are you looking forward to? And maybe you got a little more information today on what there is to look forward to in this coming year, as well as just additional feedback. So there's a short Google form. It went in the e-blast on Monday night, as well as the newsletter yesterday. But there's a little incentive. We're going to give some RVWA swag.
Oh.
Maybe one of these bad boys. Or we've got a few other swag items to 5 of the people who fill out that feedback form. So it was in your newsletter, and I'm going to post it on the Facebook group as well. And you know what? I'll send an email to everyone who registered here, so you guys have that link as well. So give us your feedback. We'd also like, those testimonials we'll use as like in Facebook posts or other promotional items. It's great for Jordan and her team when they talk to our partners about what to the members, why do they find value? And it's also really great for us as we're planning on what we're doing going forward. So that would be my request of you all. Is the newsletter sent in an email blast? So the newsletters go out usually between 8 and 10 a.m. on Thursday mornings is usually when they come out. They come from Susan. It says Susan Carpenter, RV Women's Alliance President, and it comes from her, S. Carpenter at rvwa.org. So I think that was Nancy. I'll check and see what's going on, make sure you're on the list. And if anyone's not getting the newsletter, M. Geraci, MGERACI, I'll put it in the chat, at rvwa.org. And I'll make sure you're on the list. And yeah, so sorry if anyone's not getting the newsletter.
We do have an impressive open rate on the newsletter. I'd like to point out, I know there's a few of you that aren't getting it and it goes to spam, but make sure you just add it to your, safe senders. And I think we have like a 28% open rate on the newsletter. So pretty fantastic in newsletter terms. A question came from Dawn. She wants to know, what's the anticipated date of launch for the online portal? Great question. I keep telling everybody the spring because I don't like to commit to dates. So we want to make sure everything is going to be perfect before we add you all into it and start going in there. So the first thing that will come up is going to be the jobs board. Actually, it'll be our new CRM, and then it'll be the jobs board, and then it'll be the online learning resource center. So that's kind of the order of operations for the launching of the new technology and platforms. So good question there.
I see Cheryl was asking the date for the open house event in Elkhart. So open house has been set for the week of September 20th, and most likely that breakfast will be Monday the 20th. The only alternative would be Tuesday the 21st if we find that a lot of folks are still traveling in on Monday.
Perfect. Anybody else?
All right. Well, I think that does it then for us. If you do have any questions, you feel free to reach out to any of us. I think all of our email addresses are on the website with our committees. Or you should have all gotten an email from me this morning with the login information. So you can always email me or Jordan, Susan, anyone, and we'll make sure the right person gets back to you. So thank you all for today, and thank you for your membership in this organization. We're here because of you guys.
Absolutely.